Yeah, no, I mean, that was a pretty electric ending to the game. Obviously, the crowd getting into it like that. You saw some people kind of get up once they scored with 42 seconds left and kind of hit the exits. And, some of those people that stood by, that was huge. Just to kind of have that crowd behind us and believe that we were going to, capitalize. And, that group, the 6-on-5 group that went out there, they were relentless from the face-off, kind of winning that face-off. And I think there's 20 seconds left. It was back in the neutral zone, and it just kept going. So obviously it was tough to give up a goal with 42 seconds like that when we were grinding that whole third period. But the guys on the bench, whether you're playing or you're cheering the boys on, everybody believed and nobody really gave up. So it's kind of one of those things where, like I said, keep going to the right areas and working hard like that, like Heinze's been saying, and guys are getting rewarded.
My reaction when that all happened. Justin Bradford, Penalty Box Radio, coming to you from Bridgestone Arena. What a victory for the Nashville Predators over the Calgary Flames. A tying goal with 0.1 seconds remaining. Mikael Granlund getting it in overtime. Everything happened in this game in the last 5 minutes of it, pretty much, because we had a pretty boring second period and a pretty boring early start to the third period as well. But hey, Predators get the 2 points. They continue to work up and get closer to that wildcard number 1 spot. Here's some post-game reaction.
Yeah, that was quite the ending. Everything what happened there. So, the biggest thing, we got those 2 points, and we found a way somehow. And like I said, big 2 points. But yeah, that was obviously be tied up, and then they get the third goal right at the end, and then we tie it up again. And that's hockey sometimes, and entertaining for sure.
Yeah, obviously tough to give a goal late like that after we were battling all third period. So just to kind of have that little 6-on-5 group to battle like that all the way down to the last second of the game, it says a lot about kind of the determination and the grit from those guys, and to kind of seal a deal like that. 42 seconds, not an easy job to do, but obviously all the boys were up on the bench, and the crowd went wild when it happened. So it was a huge kind of momentum swing for us going into that overtime.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how we win at the end of the day, but this one was definitely pretty special. It doesn't happen too often, I think, even in your career, that you score that late. But it was a huge game. It was huge 2 points, but it was definitely a special win.
Colin Blackwell has really stepped up since coming off that healthy scratch list. 4 games, 5 points. 2 assists tonight, especially a great one, finding Colton Sissons from behind the net there from Gretzky's office. Great feed by him. He is one of the most difficult players to play against, according to John Hines. And here's what he had to say about what he's learning in playing the game.
Yeah, no, just keeping it simple. I think that's kind of the easiest thing, trying to get it on the forecheck. And I got really good players around me, no matter who I'm playing with. I've been playing with Susie and Joe, and obviously, they're pretty experienced players, and I'm just trying to be a sponge out there, kind of follow off their lead. So it's kind of one of those things where they're doing all the work, and I'm just kind of going to the right areas. And if I do that, I'm going to get rewarded.
As we discussed earlier, the second period has not been the best for the Nashville Predators. Here's what they had to adjust going into the third to battle back to get that win.
Yeah, no, I think we were having a little bit of trouble kind of breaking the puck. They were pretty aggressive down there. So once we kind of adjusted that, our defensive zone, you saw bits and pieces of getting some odd man rushes against some of their aggressive pinches, some of their D, and then just kind of managing the puck in certain parts of the ice, getting it behind their D and playing in the offensive zone, kind of getting those second chance opportunities and trying to wear them down. I think that's our identity, and once we kind of got to that and stuck to that, we generated a lot of offense from it.
Well, we just keep playing. They scored their third goal, and we just try to go out there and try to play the right way, and we got rewarded. We got the tying goal, so you just go out there, keep playing, and keep believing. And obviously, maybe that kind of right at the end, that kind of goal, you don't see that every single day, but you just keep trying, and once in a while, good things happen.
Mikael Granlund making NHL history tonight. Only 4 players now have scored with less than 10 seconds remaining in regulation and gotten the winner in overtime. That includes playoffs. That's pretty impressive. He's joining that list right now, and he had some great things to say after the game.
When it went in, I had no clue was that a good goal, so I was just trying to find a screen and just see was that a good goal, and but yeah, thankfully, it was a good goal, but you're kind of nervous because I had no clue how it was up there. I just heard the buzzer and puck went in, so that's cool. Whoever does that, that's the main point. We need these points, and tonight it was me, and like I said, it was quite the game, and we found a way again.
Yeah, not just tonight. I think lately it's been unbelievable for us, and tonight huge goal and then another huge goal. So it's he's been a really good player for us, and he showed it again tonight.
You know, if you're in a situation like this again, or again, we had to come from behind to be able to tie the game in the third period, later in the third period, and then find a way to have to tie it again. Twice we had to come from behind. So I think when you get in those situations again, it certainly can have a positive effect, and those reinforce a lot of the things we're talking about. But to answer your question, I talked to the team, and I was going to talk to the team either way, whether we won or lost this game after. They're going to have a day off tomorrow because I think energy is going to be important for Saturday, but it was about, again, not getting too high or too low, that enjoy it tonight and let's take the day tomorrow, but make sure when we come back here on Saturday that we're not lost in this game either, because this win is not going to help us beat Colorado. What's going to help us in Colorado is now our preparation for Colorado. Winning the type of game that we won tonight, if we get in these situations in games in the future, I think that's where you really benefit from it.
4-3 victory in overtime for the Nashville Predators. What a game it turned out to be in the third period in overtime. Up next, division rival Colorado Avalanche, right here again at Bridgestone Arena. For Penalty Box Radio, this is Justin Bradford.